psychedelics were meant to be like a way to get people into hearing me blab about perception and consciousness, just like I talked about like mating behavior, or like used breaking my feet to be like, hey, I broke my feet, isn't that crazy? Now let's talk about the evolution of pain. It was just a way to introduce people into science in an accessible way. It was never meant to be like, oh, we should, hey, will you just keep talking about breaking your breaking bones for the rest of your life? Like, no. That was just like, that was the means, not the end of where I was going. But anyway, so
yeah,
that's
it's like when artists have it's like when a band puts out a record different from the last one, and people want them to stay as they were, because then that solidifies their reality as, oh, this person is that character forever. Mm-hmm. I can, that's grounded. I can stand on that forever and know that 20 years from now, they'll still be the psychedelic guy, and they'll still have the opinions I projected onto them, and they'll be my friend. And I can go up to them at the show and cut in front of everybody else, and they'll listen to my ideas, and together we'll solve badness this afternoon.
I do want to solve badness with new friends. Absolutely. It's just...
I don't want to be your king. I just want to solve badness, and we'll all be equal, but I'm the one solving it. And I've got the architectural blueprints in my head. You just have to listen to me for 7 hours. No one's fixing anything. It's going to stay the exact amount of broken. That's how we like it, damn it.
That's how we like it. I do. I love the... I love when psychedelics like get you to know yourself a little bit more too. Yeah. I definitely care more about that than like what was the outer thing. Like I liked talking about DMT, but I've always been like, okay, I saw Purple Lady and there was a gate and there was this and that. Now, here's why I think I had that experience, because consciousness works in this way, which is basically survival of the best dream is like what breaks through. And it's part of how memory is formed and consolidated. And you just normally don't get access to that. And most people are like, but talk about the Ferris wheel in space again. Like, oh, I don't actually think there is a Ferris wheel in space. You weren't listening. And so because of that, then because it's like you had special access to a different dimension, then some people are like, oh, and then I've also unlocked the thing, and that's the only person I can talk about it with. And some of that stuff gets a little troubling sometimes out there.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it's going to be funny when you talk to the Purple Lady again, and she's going to be like, you don't really believe all that crap you were talking about. It all be in your head, do you? And then you're going to believe that. And
exactly.
I don't think it's because I've said this before, I think, but just how I don't believe it's in the head, and I don't believe it's the magical thing. I think it's a paradox. It's even crazier than this or that. It's like some hyper object of like, yeah, the Ferris wheel is real, and it's in your head, and it's real, and it's in your head. And that's the only way I can condense it into English words at this moment. But it's wild out there.
It is wild.